You know, getting to hunt whitetail in Texas for the last 12 years has been just an amazing life experience. They're such a fun species to hunt. They're kind of the staple of Texas. People, they live for deer season, and there's a reason for that, because whitetail are so amazing to hunt. They're so unique. Everyone's different. I mean, guys, they work all year to go whitetail hunt. So to introduce people to whitetail is just something that once you hunt whitetail, you have to do as a hunter. And when my brother had never killed a whitetail, it's been like 30 years since we even got to hunt together, I called Cade. I said, man, I think we need to bring Scott down, let him shoot a whitetail.
And I said, you don't have to say anymore. That's it. That's it. That is exactly what we're looking for. Number one, we've got a long period since the guys got to kill a whitetail deer. And number two, it's your brother. This is what we're about. This is about family. This is about experience. This is about memories. It was all together wrapped in one. It was just God sent. So there's no way to say no to this.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Jay and I went to Odessa College. We're on the rodeo team there, and of course, as life happens, we get out of college and everybody takes their own direction. And again, it's where God took over. I was traveling, just started working on the advertising and trying to figure out the best way to get our ranch name out there for the hunting world. And I pull in Corsicana, Texas, and I walk in a taco casa and I see a cardboard billboard with Jay on there, all decked out in hunting camo, Blue Collared Adventures. No way.
Scott is, you know, everybody knows him as my brother because we grew up together. His family took me in and took me to church and did fun stuff like that. And it was kind of just my extra family. And we met on the school bus. I just won a team rope when I was like 10 or 12 years old. And he just won the bareback riding. So we're comparing belt buckles, and man, that just welded a friendship that lasted a lifetime.
We high school rodeoed together at times, lived together. He was family to us and just another kid to my mom and dad. Then I went to school in Texas and was home one summer, and Jay was wondering what to do and where to go, and I was like, come to Texas. And he said, man, that's a good idea. Came to Texas, and we were there on rodeo scholarships and rodeoed for Jim Watkins and had us a heck of a time. And I ended up hurting my shoulder and moved back to Arizona to test for the fire department. And I got on there, and I've been a fireman there for 24 years, and he ended up moving back to Stephenville and finishing up his college degree in videography. So Jay called and he said, hey, we're gonna be hunting with Cade Nobles. He also went to Odessa College, but it was shortly after I left. And I just thought, man, this is gonna be a lot of fun telling old Odessa College stories. I grew up hunting and fishing with my dad as a kid, and I remember looking forward to turning 12 so I could get my first deer. My dad took me and was in Area 22 in Nevada, and I killed my first buck with a 30-30 open sights, and just basically hunted from there through high school, and then kind of got away from it with the rodeoing and having a car for better gas mileage and riding bucking horses. And now here I am in Brady, Texas. This ranch is everything I expected and more.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare. The best of the West Shooting System, KUIU Ultralight Hunting, GSM Outdoors, Crow Suppressors, Wilderness Athletes.
So Jay told me that I was gonna need my hunter safety card. Well, that was a long, long time ago, back in the early 80s. So I went to looking through old briefcases and stuff that I had, and I actually found my hunter safety card and didn't have to get a duplicate because I had to carry it while I was hunting in the state of Texas. The ranch is a beautiful place. It's littered with oak trees and nice rolling hills and just great vegetation. Cattle are fat, the deer are fat and plentiful. It's an amazing operation.
Scott and I have been talking about the long range stuff. I've been shooting Best of the West the last 3 years, and we got involved with Pinnacle and trying to make a product that everybody can have. And you know, we go out and introduce people to long range hunting. So he's been wanting to try it with me. So on this hunt at Pinnacle, we designed the Texas edition, which is the Best of the West rifle, 520 on top. We just kind of slicked it out where it's a little more our style. And I was going to bring the first one and let him try it out. Texas edition logo here, Texas edition here. Same components. Best of the West builds it for Pinnacle. So it's 520, it's already dialed. Shooting 6.5 Creedmoors. I mean, it comes like, this is the package right here.
I just want to get in the blind.
I didn't bring any bullets for it, but we do have a gun.
They're laying right there.
Those are empty, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Those are just for the display.
Cartridge.
So we want to see if you really want to shoot a deer. It's only been 30 years.
I'm chomping at the bit.
Mature kid. I mean, he's a mature buck. I do need to take. I mean, he's a good one to take out. I mean, I'll say this. Which one is he? Sway back, head up, front's all the way up. I can't. I mean, on someone with his. That's good. Just leave it alone. Well, we started off in the blind, and we were sitting there, and Jay and Scott, even though we are in our older years, we're still like 8 and 10-year-old boys nipping at one another in the blind. But then all of a sudden the deer started coming in, and they both got extremely quiet and looked at one another and said, I think that's the one.
And it's my first time ever hunting out of a blind, and just glassing and looking, and all of a sudden Jay goes, there's a monster.
In and out of dreams, never close your heart to an endless song, if you believe.
So we're in the blind, and it's about time to shoot this deer, and I'm getting ready to put my ear protection on, and I want to be mindful of Crystal while she's filming that she had a good shot when I took my shot. And so I told Jay, I said, hey, tap my leg when it's good for Crystal, because I won't be able to hear. And sure enough, that buck, he steps out and he's walking, and I'm following him, tracking him, and I'm like, doggone, tap my leg. And I didn't think he was gonna, and I was starting to panic that this buck was gonna get the slip on me, and all of a sudden, Jake, he barks at him and he stops, and I'm like, that must be my cue, and I pulled the trigger, and it's like, where's my leg tap?
He's going down.
You're supposed to tap my leg.
Tapping on the leg, he says, well, you know, I was watching this buck. I knew he was going to take him. He started getting clear from the other deer. I grunted, I stopped. That's just like a tap on the leg. It's time to shoot. What do you think of this Texas deer hunting, man?
That was awesome.
That is a beautiful buck.
I couldn't believe how many bucks came in.
What'd you wait so long for?
You were supposed to tap my leg.
Well, he started walking out. That was your cue. And I'm like, that's when he stopped. I was like, please shoot, please shoot.
He should tap my leg at any minute. Why is he bad not tapping my leg?
Because I kind of wanted to shoot that deer myself. Did you see that coal buck? I thought you might like shoot him later.
Did you forget about the tap the leg part?
Yeah, I lost everything out there.
He's stuck on the tap the leg.
Well, I was like, I didn't want to shoot, and then Chris will be like, why'd you shoot so soon?
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Cinnamon Creek Archery, Spot Hog, Matthews, Vortex, The Force Synoptics, Traeger Wood Pellet Grills, Pinnacle Hunting Supplies.
It's been a minute since you shot a deer.
30 years.
30 years.
30 years.
First whitetail buck ever. 30 years ago, I was bouncing your head off the roof of the ranch truck chasing a little 3x3 mule deer through the canyon.
Did he tell you this story?
I shot after you did too. See that? This is different. I didn't shoot right after you shot on this one. Scott, if
He let you have this one all on
I
your
only
own.
let him bring one gun to the stand.
They dumped all the shells out at the gate on me. It's kind of friend he is. I know he went through here.
Do you know where he is, really?
I have no idea. I think he went back over here to the right. There he is.
Oh, dude.
Dang. That's way bigger than we agreed on. Dang, that's a pretty buck. That is a pretty buck. Wow.
Dude.
That's a nice buck, dude. Congratulations.
Hey, look at that.
I like this. He's got
buddy.
that really tall.
All day, man.
I'm glad you came.
Perfect shot.
Nice buck, bro. That's gonna look pretty. Wow. Bad thing is Cage said you could shoot a 10 point. He's an 11.
I'll give him a few pointers.
Just make some of that Arizona money. Dang, see how this is what you look for. He's got nice mass. He's got nice tine length. He's a mature buck.
He's beautiful.
He's awesome, bro.
Beautiful.
What I like about him is he just screams typical Texas deer. Like you take that anywhere, they're like, you shot that deer in Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someplace down here they grow these crazy freaks, but they're like, where did that freak? This is a beautiful, this is like one you'd see in a magazine picture. When he comes to visit my house, dude, you can see him hanging.
I love him.
What do you think,
awesome.
like a red velvet? Black?
No.
Put 2018. So, I love you, man. I'm glad you got you a buck.
Love you too, buddy.
That's
Thank
awesome. You got to hear my stories for 12 years. We've rodeoed together. We've roped together. I ruined him on team roping. He was a bucking horse rider, and then I got him team roping, ruined him there. Now I think I got you a whole nother addiction. Your new best of the West, or my best of the West you borrowed from Pinnacle. Got you a whitetail. I have a feeling you'll be coming back to Texas more often. You got some horses for sale?
Right out of the box.
So, that's cool, man. That's Texas edition. That's the first Texas edition harvest we got on film. We say harvest on TV.
Right out of the box. First time I shot it.
First time you shot it. The first shot, I don't know where it was, but that second shot was perfect. Dude, that is a beautiful buck.
The coolest thing ever, just to be back out here in the wilderness and to be able to harvest a nice buck like this. It's been 30 years since I killed my last buck with Jay in high school, and to be able to come up here and kill another one with him, I'm all in. I'm addicted again, and this is the first of many. But for Jay to have been there to kill my last buck and to kill this buck, it really means a lot to me. I've been watching this show for 12 years. My son Ryder and I always watch Uncle Jay on TV, and to actually be a part of it now and not just a spectator, it's pretty phenomenal.
Crystal and I, we live off wild game, and this season we were gone a little more. We missed part of the season in Africa, so we didn't have a lot of whitetail meat. So I was headed out. I was going to do a little conservation effort. There's too many deer on this place. There's a buck with not desirable genetics. He's a cool deer. He's a big white 8 that sweeps in, and I've been chasing this deer. I saw him last year and couldn't get a shot at him. And I was going to see if I could try this new 6.5 Creedmoor out and get him. this ranch particularly has a lot of deer, and the biologist needs to take some out. And I've shot a lot of trophies in my life, and still that's a trophy to me. That's a nice, mature 8-point. But he's not going to improve the genetics. He's not going to make bigger trophies. He's just kind of an 8-point flyers. But you know what's cool about him? His steaks fit perfect in my freezer. Really, we haven't got to hunt that much in Texas this year. We've got one deer in the freezer. That's what we live on. And the other part of it is I tried to bow hunt. The wind's just been wrong. But I brought this new 6.5 Creedmoor Pinnacle Hunting Supplies. We're making a Texas edition. And so I brought it out. First time I've ever got to shoot it. Shoots great. My brother got his first buck. Noble's Elbar Ranch has just been, what a find. It's rekindling an old friendship, building a better friendship, and it's been 4 great years out here. Crystal's got great bucks. Friends have come out. It's a family-oriented ranch down here in the hill country, Brady, Texas. What a cool little buck. Old mature deer. Needed to go. We've been hunting this deer for a couple years, actually. Crystal and I looked for this buck last year with her bow, and never had a chance to get him. And I just took one out, an old buck. Not doing a lot of good. There's some big, beautiful, beautiful deer in here, and this one's gonna look good, really good in my freezer. Got to try out my new Best of the West Texas edition, 6.5 Creedmoor. And I tell you, we didn't have to track him very far, dropped him right in his tracks. You never know when this is gonna be your last fall. So every one I take, I'm excited about. And I know you guys are like, man, it's not a giant, but I tell you what, that's a cool buck. That's a great Texas 8-point right there. And to me, it's just the experience. It's spending the week with my brother, spending the week with Crystal, being out here in the fall days in Texas, getting to hunt. I love it. I'm so blessed to get to do it. Thanks, Cade. The Nobles family, you guys have been just amazing to me. Thanks for letting us come here. And I hope some of you guys out here look this place up. It's just it's a great place here in the hill country. I just can't say anything bad about it. It's just been awesome every time we've come, and we've had a lot of great times.
When Jay comes, it's definitely going to get used. It gets worn out.
You know, I just rope it because they like to. I don't even like messing with the thing, but they want me to rope it with them, so I do.
Jay had a new camera, so we broke it out and we tried to see how good the slow-mo actually was and caught some amazing footage when we were heading and healing the cowboy toy.
This is why I come here. It's not the deer, it's not the lodging, it's the roping machine. Oh! That sucker slipped a leg, he's dirty. Cut him. Pull his wrap.
Yeah.
There it is.
Whoa. Yeah.
Woo! Alright, time to head for Cade. There it is. I like to play this game because it makes you happy.
That's it.
Oh! Oh! There. Oh, that's it. And Jay went out and he saw this drop time buck, and I said, shoot him. And he shot him, and he's happy.
I was like, we haven't seen the drop time yet. Where's he going with this? Okay, so you're gonna work hard on getting that drop time,
So
huh?
I left town and Jay shot the drop time.
What was it like hunting in Texas? It was cool.
Hunting with his dad. His dad was a freaking game warden.
That's for sure.
Who's that?
Juan.